Today I'm looking at the Tan Sao and Wu Sao beginning form of the Sunim Tao. And we're going to use our heavy bag here to demonstrate why the moves are shown the way they are, and I'll show them from the side and from the front so you can see the effect. Now, I believe that all of the Sunim Tao and all of the Wing Chun forms in general are all about teaching us biomechanical advantages. They teach us how our body works, where it's strong, where it's weak, and how we should operate our body. They're not specifically moves. They have lots of different applications. They're more biomechanical principles. So let's understand why Tan Sao is shown the way it is. This heavy bag is about 50 to 70 pounds, so it's kind of like a lightweight human, and it has a center axis just like a human does. There's two ways we can move an object in front of us. One is by pushing it, and the other one is by rotating it. Now, pushing is difficult because you're pushing force on force, and if this is a heavy object, it's difficult to move. Rotating around an axis is much easier because you are only applying a small amount of force and causing the rotation. Once the rotation is caused, you have momentum, and that momentum can be used to create a wedge. So let's look at how this first Tan Sao is applied. If I was to push with my hand, I immediately have stress in my shoulder because the force on my hand wants to go to my elbow joint, and the elbow does not move in this direction. The elbow is a hinging joint that only opens this way. So whenever you rotate this way, the force is going into the shoulder, into the small muscles here, the deltoids. It's not good. If, on the other hand, you drive your elbow forward, just like it is in the form, the elbow goes in and forward, you're actually using your shoulder joint, and you're using it in two different directions at once. You're using it in this direction, which is up and down, and also this rotation, like that. So, with the hand on the bag, using the elbow, meaning using my shoulder joint, this move becomes very easy. I'm not actually pressing on anything. I'm just moving my elbow forward. I'm sticking my arm to the bag, and I'm allowing this rotational force to move, begin the momentum, and then wedge the bag out. So from this direction, it looks like this. I'm standing right in front of the bag, pushing it as hard. I rotate, and I wedge. And now, I have created a path for myself very easily against the heavy object. You can see that it's deviated from my center line here because its center is moved. Now, this is great on the way out because our elbow is the driver. But on the way back, as the bag starts to spin back to us, it puts force on here, causing the same problem. It's causing this problem here. So the solution to that, in Sunim Tao, is this. After you do the Tan Sao, when you switch to Wu Sao, the elbow creates a wedge. Now, it's not creating a wedge because I'm pushing out with my elbow. This is hard, and it will stress out your shoulder, and is a common problem that even I do today sometimes. Instead of lifting with the elbow, you drop the elbow. So this move here is, from here, you drop the elbow. This drop is actually the same drop as this. It's dropping and pulling back with your lats. So as you allow your lats to absorb that force, instead of having to do this, which is wedging out, you do this. So it's a downward and outward wedge. Downward and outward wedge. So from here, it looks like this. Here, downward and outward wedge is very easy to do. It does not affect your shoulder because it is done with your back. So now as you come back, you're coming back with a very strong triangular structure. You can see this is a triangle. This is a good angle. This would be too low and it would be easy to collapse. This is a good angle here. And you draw this back by moving your elbow back, meaning rotating your shoulder joint. So from the side, looks like this. On the way out, drop, bring it back. And now you can see that I can support the weight of this bag coming back very easily because it's going directly into my shoulder until it reaches this position, and here is too much and it starts to collapse. And this is why we don't go so close to the body. We don't do this. We end here. We end our force here with the elbow about this distance away, and we don't allow our Wu Sao to come back so far. It's another common mistake if people do this, and they collapse this angle. The angle does not collapse. The Wu Sao stays roughly by the elbow of the other hand, again, where your strength zone is. So on the way out, like this, on the way back, like this, and this part is still strong, and I can hold this wedge because I have this triangular structure.